Hi, everyone. This is Carolyn Speaks, The State of the World on Friday, April 8th, 2022. So, what is it? Good, better, and different. All three. All right. What are some of the major headlines? Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson makes her story as the first black woman confirmed to Supreme Court. Congratulations, Justice Jackson. And law professor Michelle Goodwin condemns wave of unprecedented and unfathomable anti-abortion laws. I condemn them as well. Don't let men tell you what to do with your body. And end the double standard. U.S. accuses Russia of war crimes while continuing to oppose the ICC with the International Criminal Court. I think we should all countries should be a part of the International Criminal Court. Okay. Trita Parsi, war could be on the horizon if Iran nuclear deal is not restored soon. I hope it will be restored. We thank Trump for getting out of that deal. Very sad. Some minor headlines. Ketanji Brown Jackson confirmed as first black woman Supreme Court justice. Excellent. Ukraine blames Russia for attack on train station that killed at least 39 civilians. This was in the eastern part of the country, and the people were fleeing because they figured because Russia was going to start concentrating on the eastern uh, part of the country, and they got killed at the train station. Okay, now, Ukraine foreign minister asks NATO for weapons. I agree. United Nations suspends Russia from the UN Human Rights Council. Good. Nobel laureate Dmitry Muratov attacked on a Russian train. He's Nobel Peace Prize winning newspaper editor Dmitry Muratov says he was attacked on a train Thursday by an assailant who poured red paint over him, causing severe discomfort to his eyes. This is taking place in Russia. Last month, Muratov closed the independent newspaper Novaya Gazeta after receiving a second warning from a Russian state censor over its coverage of the invasion of Ukraine. The paper has since launched a European edition staffed by journalists who have chosen to leave Russia. I hope you'll be okay, sir. Okay. Now, Shanghai residents report shortages of food and medicine during coronavirus lockdown. Hope they'll be okay. COVID-19 drives 2-year decline in U.S. life expectancy. Okay. House Speaker Pelosi and Senators Collins and Warnock test positive for coronavirus because they attended some kind of a event and they did not had a lot of people there, and unfortunately, so I hope everyone will be okay. Gosh, you have to take precautions. Okay. Colombian military ambush killed civilians, say witnesses. A massacre in the indigenous community of Puerto Luguziamo has sparked widespread anger and questions about what led to the assassination of at least 11 people. They took place the early morning of March 28th after Colombian soldiers ambushed residents. Al Jazeera reports one of the victims was 16 years old. Colombian President Ivan Duque celebrated the massacre as a successful operation where dissident members of the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia had been killed, but witnesses say at least some of the victims were civilians and that the army lied to cover up the mass murder. That's great. Another problem country. Now, rights groups accuse Ethiopian troops of war crimes in Tigray. Tigray is a province that has been trying to um, do something. Ethiopia's Tigray region is a problem area, and I don't. It's supposed to be a ceasefire, but I don't know if that's holding. Now, um, violence against journalists has skyrocketed under Mexican President AMLO. That's great. That's wonderful. Mexico is right. California, we're right near Mexico, Tijuana. Okay. El Salvador journalists call gag order law on gangs an attempt at censorship. I agree. Uh, Very, very sad situation in Latin America. Pakistan's top court clears path for vote of no confidence in Prime Minister Imran Khan. Okay. Israeli forces kill Palestinians blamed for fatal attack on Tel Aviv bar. Who holds the Israelis accountable? Israeli authorities have lifted a lockdown of central Tel Aviv after soldiers killed a Palestinian man blamed for a deadly shooting at a bar Thursday night that killed 2 people and injured 13 others. Israeli police say the alleged gunman died in a shootout near a mosque in southern Tel Aviv after a 9-hour manhunt. The attacker was identified as a 28-year-old Palestinian from Jenin in the occupied West Bank. Jenin was the site of an Israeli raid last Saturday that saw 3 Palestinians killed in a shootout with Israeli forces. Thursday evening's attack was the 4th deadly assault targeting Israelis in less than 3 weeks. Jenin is a refugee camp. People are still living in refugee camps throughout the occupied territories. And Israel has to do something about providing for all their constituents. Okay, Puerto Rico plunged into darkness after fire at major power plant. And this is a power plant that was taken over by a private Canadian American company, Luma Energy. And they took over the transmission and distribution of power from Puerto Rico Public Utility last June. Move that was imposed by the United States. Luma has so far failed to reduce the frequency of power outages that have impacted Puerto Ricans in the aftermath of 2017's Hurricane Maria, which decimated the island's electric grid. Okay. Imposed by the Americans. New York AG asked judge to fine Donald Trump $10,000 a day for contempt of court. So they'll be able to collect from him and his family. Department of Justice has begun taking steps to investigate Trump's removal of presidential records at his Mar-a-Lago resort, some of which were labeled top secret. This is a civil probe. He's still a problem. DHS Inspector General ordered aides to hide reports of abuse and misconduct. That's nice. DHS, you really know how to do things. So I'm hoping that will be resolved. Unfortunately, Department of Homeland Security is not much about security. As Biden signs Postal Service reform bill, climate activists demand electrified USPS fleet. Right. He signed a bill to shore up the finances of the United States Postal Service, and that ensures delivery 6 days a week and eliminates a costly 2006 mandate that required the United States Postal Service to fund employee retirement benefits 75 years in advance. So finally we got rid of that. And climate activists are rejecting Postmaster General DeJoy's decision to buy a new generation of gasoline-powered delivery trucks, and the Postal Service should instead commit to purchasing 160,000 union-made electric vehicles. I totally agree. So I hope they'll be able to do that. Okay, so that's what's currently happening. All right, now, how about a little music to lighten the mood? Okay. Okay. Georgie Girl, Another You, World of Our Own. Okay. Close the door, light the lights. We're staying home tonight, far away from the bustle and the bright city lights. Let them all fade away. Just leave us alone and we'll live in a world of our own. We'll build a world of our own that no one else can share. All our troubles will leave far behind us there, and I know we will find such peace of mind as we live in a world of our own. Okay, that was World of Our Own, written by Tom Springfield of the Springfields Folk Group. It was recorded by Dusty Springfield and then also by the Seekers. Dusty, Tom's sister, and she's part of the Springfields Folk Group, went on to become an international singing star. Thank you for joining us this evening of Friday, April 8, 2022, for another meeting of Carolyn Speaks State of the World. Hope you join us again tomorrow. Take care of yourself and others. Wear a mask, practice social distancing. When the vaccine is available for you and it's safe for you to take it, I would take it. Had mine on May 27th of 2021, and now I'm looking around for a booster. I had the Johnson & Johnson one shot. Okay, thank you. Hope to see you tomorrow. Take care of yourself and others. Remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night.